Oh, I told
They're
him
kicking
my
us.
schedule's tight on Sundays,
Yeah,
so we'll
same.
see. Uh, we're gonna try and run it around here. It looks like we're getting suggestions, right, Ro? You're suggesting Swift v Froyo. Is that for the next game, or is that just
Yeah,
a pred in
no,
chat?
this is what I'm being told by the staff. I have two people furiously typing in Discord saying Swift versus Froyotech, and they've linked me the tournament page. So we're just we're waiting for them to get the server up, and then we can go live. So there's
Well,
no time to go to DJ console.
yeah,
We can kill time.
I'm gonna put on some killer tunes in my headset to get hyped up for this, because Froyo, dominant force, played really well at every season they've been in. It's like the last 8 finals.
Nine seasons.
Nine. Oh yeah, because I'm in last season mode. But Swift really coming on strong here recently, and
Second place from ESEA last season.
yeah, well, we're just gonna let that go, Ro. And so what's happening now, especially in a tournament format where you're in a different setup and you've played a lot of games in a row, that can cause teams to do different things. And it's just a tournament, right? So if you've got some crazy strat you've always wanted to try, but have never been brave enough to do it, you could do it here tonight and pilot it. So we'll see what both of these two teams can bring us, and that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree with the tournament format. It really does open up a lot of creativity, because especially because this is just the preliminaries, you could say. There's not a lot to be punished for, so you can do something stupid, and if it pays off, not only are you having fun, but you're actually winning and securing yourself that spot in the next day. But
And you
that's
can
optimistic.
just keep doing it, Ro.
Exactly.
Forever. So eventually we'll get that STV info and we'll know what's going to go on there, but I think that'll definitely be the game that is casted. And then we will have one more game tonight for you all. So there's a lot of TF2 on deck, and Ro and Console and I will bring it to you with great joy tonight. We had our little open primer there. That was like an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, that was absolutely. That was the nice little deep fried pickles or whatever.
Oh man. I haven't had deep fried pickles in like a month. I regret my decisions.
Hot minute for that, yo. Those are the real thing, yo.
Yeah, I think I ought to make some later. That'd be a good use of my life.
Oh, Marxist. He knows what's up. Yeah, because we're here for, as far as I know, we're here for at least another hour or two, maybe an hour, and that'll be the conclusion of tonight's games. But right now is a great time to be tuned in, because Swift vs Froyo is happening, and we don't even have to change STVs. That's our benefit, not yours.
Unless Console just screwed up his clipboard, sent us to an empty server, but well, who knows?
He says bope, so clearly nothing's wrong. Anyway,
this is what we have for a crew here on COTV.
Yeah, this is the
on your normal night.
This is the quality you can expect from the Team Fortress TV crew.
Yeah, that's what we usually are. But we're Essentials, brought to you by Twitch tonight. So we're murking out here. And
yeah, we're at the disposal of anyone who needs
players.
it.
Yeah, anybody who wants us, you give us a call and we're there.
Yeah, but if you're not Essentials, we'll ask for at least like $1 or something, because seriously, I'm in the negative for how much money I've spent casting. I'm currently like negative 1,000 for how much I've been paid to cast TF2. You're probably less, but that was also back in the ESEA days.
Yeah, I have been paid for casting services before. Not any great amount. I was not able to buy a lot of dinner with it, but it was nice when it happened. But those days are gone. We're a volunteer outfit. And that's mainly just because we really like the game, and we like subjecting our viewers to us talking. So it's a little bit of both usually. So we're just gonna wait now for players to get into this server. Since it is Froyo and Swift, we could crack some jokes about how invite players are always 20 minutes late. And
Yeah, no,
we'll now start the timer to see.
Yeah, you got that right. We get to have the ESE experience here for this Essentials Monthly Cup, and that's a treasure in itself, you know. Yeah, it's the truth. We are gonna be here for 20 minutes, and then we'll be readied up.
Yep, we can only hope. So we'll see. I'm enjoying some nice craft beer presently, so that's a solid start to the evening. So I'm happy no matter how long it takes.
Yeah, Marxus is he has a very unique liver in which he can have a lot of very good times in a very short amount of time thanks to beer.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. So we'll be on, at least according to this, we'll be on process again, right?
Who knows? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're waiting for Twiku to change things up.
Twiku's gonna change our lives right now.
Yeah. Henny from Essentials TF wants to know, Marxus, what kind of beer? You said craft beer, but
yeah, it is a Indiana made brew from Three Floyds. So there's some free adverts for them. And it's named Zombie Dust. It's good stuff.
Yeah, and Console, our cameraman, is having craft macaroni beer, apparently.
Craft with a K. So yeah. I've been trying to buy local stuff recently since I'm funded by donations from local people. Try and give them some of their money back.
Yeah, Marxus is a sellout in his main job as a curator, historian type person. I still don't know your official title, Marxus.
I'm a curator would be a
you
proper...
are a curator.
Yeah, would
okay,
be the
I felt
proper
weird saying
course.
that. Because I always thought the curator was the guy who owned the entire museum and managed it.
Well, that's how it used to be.
Yeah.
Back in the day when museums were like one person. But now that they've started adding staff to raise money more effectively, the curator is just a history man.
Meanwhile, we're actually underway, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen the first sign of Froyotech joining the server. So we'll be going live here very shortly. We don't have to delay with all our mannerisms. We can actually start talking TF2 and talk about the previous two best teams in North America. I say that because it's all up in the air with a new season.
Every season is different, and in the past, we have seen Froyo struggle at the start when they've had a lot of roster shakeup. They've already shook up the roster a little bit so far because they got rid of Saigai, which was controversial for people who like Saigai and for me because I liked watching Saigai on Froyo. But such is life. Yeah, things change. It's the way all things go. And they've already kind of fiddled with their roster, but it wasn't because they lost their first several games or anything. They're still, I would say, incontrovertibly the best team in NA.
Yeah. They were able to prove it at the last Rewind, if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong? Did Froyotech win Rewind?
Pretty sure they did. But who knows? You can go back in time. We have TF2 historians in the stream chat to help everybody out. So we're just running this one through. No sign of the other team, but if Banny is in the server, you can bet most of Froyo is on their way. So Banny being their glorious leader and mother.
Doting mother. Shrugger, you get in that server post-haste, young boy. Young man. The father of Shrugger.
Yeah, we'll see.
The only way I can see him.
We'll see who shows up overall. Svift still doing their thing someplace else. Gonna hold it out on Froyo. The last tournament I played in for Fun Factoids was I forget even who hosted it or why, but our first game I was a ringer with Fracture and Mangachu and company against Froyo, and we got around. So it's good performance for a pug team.
Yeah, that's really hard to say. Is you got to round off Froyotech with Mangachu. Like that's just unheard of in this
Yeah,
economy.
it was gross, really. But what can you do? And so now we've got 4 Froyos in the server. Actually, 5 Froyos because Blaze is here. Tweaku is asking, are Svift joining? I just sent them info, says Manny, which means we've been purely waiting because they just chose not to send them the info till now. So that's good. And but it looks like your usual setup for Froyo. There aren't any tournament standouts, which one of the hallmarks of Froyo is that Banny in general recruits the most dedicated players he can find. And so in general, if you do a weekend tournament, all of Froyo is going to show up. Whereas other teams maybe don't have that setup. And so you'll end up with people getting kind of bounced around.
Yeah, because right now Velocity. No, this is Swift, not Velocity. Swift breaking out, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure Froyotech didn't pick up Cookie Jake for Medic for this tournament, but Cookie Jake is in the server, and I'm pretty sure he's on Swift. And I believe that's bot mode, Circa. I have no idea who the other guy is. It's a funky name.
Yeah, so we'll see, and we'll give him the pleasure of saying it. But, so here we go. We'll see a game eventually, and it appears that it's just going to happen on process again. Habib has gone pretty ham on process in the past. That will be Froyo's demo, and that would make me a little bit afraid, but we'll see. We'll see. Svift may have something going.
Yeah. And I'm mistaken. It's not the real Circa. It's my other favorite person in Invite. It's High Five, who's aliasing as Circa. He's gonna be on the demo class. No idea who ATT is. No idea who the soldier is. I know who Cookie Jake is. And Skis is joining. I'm assuming that's gonna be the. I don't even know what's gonna happen. Is Cookie Jake on Scout here? Maybe. Man, this is really like out of Twilight Zone. I don't know who's playing what.
Well, Skis has played Soldier before, so we'll see what they decide to give us. Although currently he is Spy and saying Mentalgen in chat, so maybe they'll just run a full-time Spy.
But, yeah, no. That would be pretty strong. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, great skill with that class. So, they're just trying to fix their stuff right now. Well, Tweaku is going to make them switch their aliases here. Yeah. And so that should happen at some point. And everything will be fine. I think it happened. To get inside, yeah.
Cookie Joke is Medic for Froyotech this weekend.
Well, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because Shade, he has things to do, places to be. And so they've got Cookie Jake, a very popular player who rose up very rapidly from Open and kind of just made a name for himself real quick there, and then sort of slowly faded out. And now he is back. So he burned very brightly, burned out, and is now ringing for Froyo here today in this match. AIM is asking for 4 minutes of delay so that he can eat this sandwich. So that's
this is not a TF2 meme. That was a sandwich, not a sandwich. It's all good. And now we're just, skimming out the last of these alias issues. Tweaku's enforcing it. Yeah, it's very domineering of him. Marxist. We've delayed very long in this game, and I hate to pick your brain anymore, but how are you feeling right now for Swift? We didn't actually get to talk about Swift first, Froyo.
Yeah. So I would say Froyo is pretty favored here still, and we're gonna just try and see what Svift can give us. Maybe with Cookie Jake in, that'll be a bit of a shakeup, but sometimes Shade kind of goes rogue and causes weird things to happen to Froyo, even though he's super, super good. So we'll see how Cookie Jake functions within this setup. It does look like most of all of Svift is here, so they'll be at their best setup. Although the player aliased as Laz is not Laz, according to the. So basically, to give you insights into casting TF2, if a player comes in with a wonky alias in a regular server like this, then we're just stuck with it. The camera person and us could run a config that fixes that, but I mean, that's a big bunch of extra steps, right, Ro?
Yeah, that's too many extra steps to be worthwhile.
We're just here to cast video games, all right? We're not here to run complicated configs. And we're going to go ahead and start. So they are ready to go. One player changes his name to 2 more fries to try and let everybody know. But I'm watching Habib go to mid. He fails his rollout to start. And gets a nice air depth, but it doesn't actually hit anybody, I don't think. Caught on guard is going to be trying to make his way around. Froyo is still getting beat up pretty bad, though. 2 more fries is down on the side, is going to get wiped out. So is Circa. Fanny will die, so that's a nice impetus to push there if there ever was one. And Habib is going to go down too, and it's basically up to Eric here. Yeah, and he's going to secure frags and bring victory to the team, but they're going for the med, yeah.
The big rocket!
No, once the med died, Ro, it all got dark.
Yeah, no, AIM did a very good job of trying to slow things down and get those frags. And even though Zilly died, he did get a nice rocket onto the soldier. Just needed 1 more to kill the scout, but Eric pistoled it down, and Cookie Jake survives, which is the headline here. With a medic with full Uber, it's going to look really good for Froyotech to, you know, do what they do. Take second, take last.
Yep, and so now we're going into here. Banny leads the way, and they're not really doing too much. We are getting on to Cookie. Cookie threatened to drop earlier, but did not. Gonna get the pop there. Pretty badly hurt. They're just gonna feed in, though, Ro, to lobby. That made me excited. Made me think they're gonna slow push this, and it looks like they are. Banny is ready to take position on last, and they are unopposed.
Yeah, right now they're getting into the face of the enemy team. Zilly goes down right away. Very good work there by Mr. Yomps. That's going to be the end of the round. They just capped it. Banny got on the point. Looks like Froyotech did not lose any skills in transition. They know what it means to cap last on process.
Yeah, they got in quick, and Svift were completely unprepared. Which, they have named themselves Mix-Up in the server, which, I don't think Mix-Up would have got caught like that.
Yeah, and instead we're going to be seeing Laz, once again, pretty fast, getting good damage on that Habib. Habib now getting arrowed up and safe once again. Bot mode, pretty much the only person on the high ground right now, and it's looking really desperate for them to initiate here. Svift finally kind of rallying themselves around this health pack. Gotta get the first frag into Eric. Yomps, though, comes right in. 2 quick rockets on AIM. He's going to kill himself with its own rockets. Blaze took a lot of damage there. Now he's waiting desperately for some arrows, but it's not going to happen because Cookie Jake is getting mulched by Bot with the help of the as they just clean house over on the side of the intel entrance. And now it's Blaze, last one alive. Oh, right into the face of High Five. He's going to use it to escape. Blaze is unstoppable when it comes to on-the-fly rocket jumping.
Yeah, Blaze knew just what to do there. But Swift's mid I really liked. They threw in 2 soldiers, basically, caused a lot of chaos, a very simple mid. And then they just secured the frags from there. So now they've got Froyo on the back foot, ready to go with this Uber. Yomps is on Sniper, Eric is on the Pyro. They're going to pop very early. And the Pyro is throwing everything away from there, and they're already going to lose 2 players. And then their medic, who is Skis, is going to die to the Sniper. So, about the most ineffectual push there could be, and then Yomps adds insult to injury. So, they ran right into a brick wall and got obliterated.
That was unfortunate, dude. The stars were aligned. Habib, though, gonna get taken down here by Yite, who does escape. That's gonna be a very key saving grace here, because they still have a player behind, Flaz on the spy, and with no... Oh, Yomps, the king of butting into enemy players. He did find him and took him down. So now Froyotech's not afraid to push in. They're going in. Yomps going very fast on top of the crates here. AIM going to be doing a very good job of, getting good damage off the Cookie Jake, but like one stray pipe could have ended it right there. But High Five and the rest of the crew are out of the fray. They're sitting on second, getting ready for this push. If they can delay for one more second, there is potential for them to have Uber during this next second exchange.
Yeah, and they are coming in now. Get into the little trash area there and go over. Bomb onto the point, but right into a scout, and Banny is going to die. Habib goes as well. Cookie Jake finally pops. They probably ought to have just used that Uber earlier, but now it is too late as the team is very dead. Double bomb onto the choke, though, while everyone was in it. Pretty unlucky for Svift, but they don't get the frags.
And Zilly surfed a rocket and took fall damage, and he had 1 HP. Oh, that hurt my soul, but Zilly, adamant about not popping there. He's going to hold on to Uber. Thanks to the funny story, you have a damage roll.
Not Zilly.
Silly. No, it's Silly. Not Silly.
No, it's Skis.
It's Skis. Okay,
it's Skis.
Not Silly. Skis! There is a damage roll for fall damage, so if the RNG was just a tiny bit different, he drops there like 50% of the time, 30% of the time. But he held on. Uber with 1 HP.
Well, hey, what can you do? Playing big. Now, what is sad about that is that, big cojones Skis didn't drop that Uber to the ground, but they let Cookie Jake get Uber again anyway, so it was all for nothing.
Yeah, unfortunate. They lost one player, and that was the end of the push for them. And Banny is still on that sniper. While meanwhile, Eric is scouting things out over here in the IT area, making sure nobody's he's trying to manipulate them into getting into the sight line so that Banny pops ahead, but they know better. But they need to keep pressuring Intel, the IT room, because that's what they need to take advantage of. Is Banny's got the sight line, and that gives them the freedom to walk through that door. Meanwhile, though, big bomb coming in from Laz, who's gonna get the force. He even got the air shot at a Cookie Jake, but he popped, so he stays alive. That's gonna be really huge for them as they push in right now. Banny's gonna be pushing very aggressively now. He needs to get a headshot, one frag that just sets the tone for this entire push. He's not gonna get punished for it, and Blaze is holding very close to 19, but he's not gonna get any further than that. So now we're gonna be seeing a full Uber coming in from Svift.
Yeah, and Svift are right back where they started. So they got that Uber out of them. They're going to start pushing again. But the drop comes! And so that is the end of that. Sticky trap from Habib blows the Uber away from Svift. They do get the Habib kill, but I don't see any more coming. The bomb comes in to try to save the day. Cookie Jake does walk right into it. But, whoa! 2 more fries. Gets blown away, Cookie Jake. It's going to secure that frag there for himself. And now they've got to rush to mid. Yeah, the spawns aren't good either, Ro. They're not going to... I don't think they're going to be able to do anything here.
Not at all, especially now that Cookie Jake has the Uber. He even threw out a taunting don't after securing that frag, as you mentioned. Somehow, Froyotech is they're doing okay. They're a little shaky on that last mid, and they managed to defend, but Habib's really low on the scoreboard right now. Kind of a null factor here, as we do see the Uber coming in from not the demo. It's just going to be Banny, as well as the soldier who gets a little bit of an air shot there. Blaze and Yomps looking really weak. Banny tried to wrap around the corner, but didn't get any frags himself, so now the Uber is in the hands of Svift in about 10 seconds. And we're going to be seeing if they can use it to push out Marxist. Is that a mistake, or should they push out with this Uber?
Oh yeah, on this map you can push out. Process is actually one of the easier maps, I would say. Unless you totally just don't look at IT at all. Which we saw in the past.
Yes.
So as long as you turn your eyes to the left when you walk out, it'll all be okay. And they are getting out here pretty easily. They decided to look left. They're gonna get 2 frags in exchange for AIM's death. but they are going to be forced to pop Uber. So that sets Froyo up for what we call the leapfrog. And so they're just going to come right back in with their Uber when their Blaze and Yomps come back. Which is concerning. I'd like to see Svift actually try to bum rush them, as it were, to try and cause some chaos before the inevitable comes. But here comes that inevitable.
Yeah, and right now it's Laz going to be initiating through the choke point. Got some good damage on the Cookie Jake, but he just surfed gently around the corner and stayed alive. Yomps now opening the door for the rest of the team. Not going to be calling the stickies on top of the point. And unfortunately, no blind deaths happen. Not going to catch on any players. And now Froyotech didn't even pop their Uber. They're going to be coming in here. 8 seconds left. They need to stall. Skis needs to get this Uber very shortly now. And the cap is so strong from Froyotech. They just got on the point, Marxist. That's all it takes.
Yeah, there wasn't any real pressure there from Svift to stop them from getting off. A lot of teams, when they get rushed like that at last, your initial reaction is to back up into the spawn doors. And once you're in there, especially on process, it's really hard to get back out. Which isn't a bad thing about the map, it's just a feature of it.
Going into this next mid, Froyotech still holding that lead, but it's been 10 minutes for 2 rounds. Right now, once again, Svift playing kind of a passive low ground style with only bot on the high ground. The soldiers, though, did manage to wrap around on the side. Got some good damage onto the scout, but Banny is going to stay alive. And now going in for the hunt, he's going right into the face of the enemy team here. A follow-up from Yomps is also going to grab 4 high five, and the pistols are flying out from Banny. The bomb is coming in from Blaze, who decides halfway to go back, and that's actually going to cost him his life because now he's a lot less healthy. But the Habib cleanup will secure the frag onto Yite.
Yeah, that's classic Froyo. I always used to say when you played against Froyo, what it felt like is that they just pushed through you to the next point, and that was exactly what they did there. That was like season 14 vintage Froyo there. So we do see even Ubers. It will stall out for a time. There is an Eric who is dead right now. He may come up as an off class to try to break this, and he does. It's Sniper is the choice. Strangely, Svift, no off classes at all. They're sticking with the stock.
Yeah, and right now Laz poking his head very aggressively here on the side, just rattling some cages, you know. Some good damage out here. He doesn't want to let anyone in, so there it is. Eric on the sniper going to be able to get the frag on the high five here. The push is certainly coming in, and right now it's looking like Svift actually doing a very interesting strat here. They're sending in a solo with bot mode to force the Uber off. They lost their demo. They can't afford to fight on last. They need to force it in lobby and then try and get out. Bot mode will not escape, and Yike going down too is not looking good. Cookie Jake, though, going to get taken down here, and Froyotech cannot continue with this push. They have no health, and Eric pretty much a null factor here. He's trying to get some pot shots here. Does get a nice little no-scope, and actually, Banny inside of the spawn took down Skis, and there's Eric coming out through the rollout room. He takes it down, and Banny's just got no shot from Eric. Oh, there's no way he can do this. If he gets the shot, he can actually win it. The pistol too strong from Yite. He's not going to be trifled with, and that's going to be the end of this push. No, it's not. Oh, Yite is still around, and it's Blaze right into the face. 2 rockets, and he's so low on health. Couldn't delay long enough for the respawns from Svift, and Froyotech grabbed himself a 3rd round.
Yeah, it was a good play from Froyo there at the end. I mean, Banny went kind of ham, but the play there with it so close to capping, you really don't lose anything from going in there. But really strange play out of them to pop so early to an Ubered scout and lobby. They were very afraid, and it almost caused them to lose seconds, let alone cap.
So Habib perched on top of the rock there. Here comes the bot mode, gonna get taken down right away. But the follow from Laz, who did manage to pick up the health back as well, gonna take down Cookie Jake. I don't think that's a position where Shade would ever get caught. You don't see the pencil. Ooh, nice pipe from Habib. You don't see Shade get juggled into a pencil jump position, and Skis barely survives from Yomps. The follow from Habib is gonna go into the face of aim, and Svift, please tell me you can do something with this advantage you have right now.
And their advantage is going to be huge, too, because Habib went for that sack way late. And so he got a very long spawn timer. And so we'll see if they can make this happen. There isn't really a demo out here right now. He is now. But we'll see. Oh, Blaze gets really excited there and gets too deep in choke, runs into a floor sticky trap. And now they're going to start working their way in very slowly. Nice pressure from the side. And that will back Froyo out of here.
That did, however, delay just enough for Froyotech to continue building this out. About 10 seconds to go, and he'll have that Uber, so this push has to go right now. They're opting to go through the left, right. Bot mode, make your decision! Finally, they do make their way through it, and now they got time on the point. This is actually really good. They waited for the cap first, but now they forced off, and they're nowhere near the enemy team. We do see trying to get away, does manage to get flashed by the Uber, so he won't die to the heavy, but now the Uber's ready for Froyotech, and they are really looking forward to pushing it a second now. Don't know if they're going to go with the heavy. No, they do switch them off. They're going back to the standard 6s setup. But both soldiers are in lobby, ready to push forward. Medic is meeting up with them. Eric's around the corner at rollout. It's looking really good. They don't want to get back at here, so Leap's playing very cautiously before going out. It looks like now they're finally initiating. Nice little air shot there from Laz to dump some damage onto the Yomps. He's going to be stopped there, and now Laz getting taken down. The Force does come out. They are working their way no longer through the IT. They're going straight through the choke, and they're going to try and cut him off. But Skis and crew are... No, the juggle! He's going to just barely get out, and thankfully, Skis will survive. But Blaze picks up high five as well as aim. And with 3 players down, it's not looking good. They are going to have their Uber exchange, their Uber advantage here. And they still held on to mid. That was a really slow second cap, so they could potentially fight mid with this.
Yeah, we'll see if they get back in. They aren't going to have a lot of players for it, though. They're down a soldier and a demo. So I think they're coming back in now, but that was classic Froyo. Had Blaze not died there, they'd have probably wiped him. So we're going to get a little bomb out of Blaze there to try and do a force. Eric is back capping right now, though. No one, now this is going to divide the Uber. Cookie Jake gets a frag as well. Again, Yomps is going to clean up another one, and this back cap is a catastrophe. Not because it's got the Uber out of him. Yeah, Eric is going to be taken out by bot mode. That's good for Svift there. And they're going to secure Yomps as well, but Cookie Jake is going to get Uber now, so it's pretty much all up onto these advanced players of Svift to try and make something happen now before respawns occur.
And now the Ubers are exchanging on both sides, but Habib gets lost in translation. Couldn't get flashed there, and Aim's going to get that frag and also stop Cookie Jake from the escape. Yeah, it looks like Blaze is trying to do something here, and the back cap is still happening from Banny. Botmode's going to be going for a 1v1 over onto the second point here. He takes a lot of damage here, and the cap is still going up. He's going to get it. He can't stop it, and Banny gets the cap, and he's uncontested. He's the only player alive, and no one's going to respawn unless they have to rush straight for it. Banny decides not to go for the cap. He's going to try and wrap around, try and catch out a medic, but doesn't make it happen, and Aim almost loses his life, but will get the frag on a Banny. They will get the cap on second, but the forward spawns are in Froyo's favor, and now they're holding on to second with only a small disad.
Yeah, that preserves Froyo's mid-hold. However, Zilly does have enough Uber they could try to use it. They did also just kill Blaze. They're actually just going to go in off that. They like what they see. They got enough damage. Swift's health is pretty bad, but it doesn't matter because they're going to get some frags here. But Banny with that superior positioning right now, doesn't matter. Aim's going to kill himself and other player. More falling, but they're throwing their lives away now. There's and then the arrow from Cookie Jake seals the deal. And that's an example of falling on your own sword there. Swift were doing okay, and then they got really, really greedy, and it did not pan out at all, bro.
Yeah, that was really strong from Froyotech. Everything was working for them, you know. Despite all the advantages that Swift had, Froyotech just kept making something happen that mitigated those. So now we're going to be seeing Froyotech with full advantage walking into the face of potentially a sniper. Yite has his scope lined up for lobby. I don't know if they know he's there. Oh, there's the shot. Doesn't connect. They know there's a sniper. They're not going to take any more chances here. Popping off right away. There's no sentry gun to waste the Suber on. But they are going to get the frag onto Eric before switching back to Scout here. They're coming in through the fray, and it's not much to worry about. Yomps is trying to jump around and cause distractions, but there's no time on point, really. No presence. Banny now getting to the point here. High Five's not going to let him get any further. Nice little pipes there, going to be doing some good damage, and Botmo's going to be able to clean up here. Yite chasing the frag's going to get piped here by Habib. And another pipe, can he hit it? No, he's so weak. 1 HP, he throws a sticky, can't detonate it in time. Blame that on the det delay bug, I'm sure. But looks like Swift have finally managed to get a foothold here. But they're not out of the woods yet because Eric is on the spot.
The real tragedy is Blaze saw what was happening, i.e. his team was losing, and he sacked for the mid and got it. So that's why Zilly has a slight uber disadvantage here. But yeah, it's on Eric. This is actually an off-kilter spy play too, because you don't really expect it when you're at uber disadvantage. But we'll see here. Will anyone notice? He's getting it easy now. The demo doesn't turn around almost. He's getting shot up, but it's not going to manage to get the frag, and Banny goes down in the process. I think they could still do stuff here because their players are healthy and being healed. But they're backing away from Svift. They're afraid, and they even give up the health pack to them. The aim is going to die to Habib right off here. Now the bomb comes in, trying to open space up, but nobody's really doing anything.
Oh, the damage was so much from poor Laz. But Froyotech are just slowly melting these players one by one. They're sacrificing it too haphazardly. They got a full commit with all their players at once. Instead, they're just going to lose 3 players in the course of 3 spawn timers. So that's really bad. And now we're going to be seeing very desperate defense here. The bomb comes in really fast and will connect. A nice little pipe from High Five, but the fadeaway sticky through the shutter door will kill him. Thanks to Habib. And now with a demo advantage and a full Uber, it's looking like Froyo's game to lose.
Yeah, we'll see how they decide to push here. There is bot and a sniper as well on NG. So we've got that, and so far they do get bot. The point is very well guarded right now, no stickies, and now the pressure begins. Yeah, they've got it. When you don't put the stickies on, you have to stand on it. There they go. They're all grouped up on it, and their health is getting wiped out, but it doesn't matter because Froyo is getting blown away here. But it's a ulti duo except for a demo involved. Point nearly capped, but aim is scary enough to Habib. Habib shows some respect and walks away. And we'll see now if they're going to try to get out. Bot mode at least thought about it for a little bit and then pulled back.
Like I said, that was Froyo's push to lose right there. They don't know that Eric's on sniper and he's sitting in the shutter door of the sewer. He's charged up a full shot, doesn't connect though, and that's going to be crucial there. Zilly skis, try to juke, does manage to get around Blaze's onslaught there. And right now, they do lose Yite, which is not desirable. They still have full Uber, and they've got very limited time. I don't think they're going to be able to push in. They have a numbers advantage, but they want to take this Uber very aggressively. Cookie Jake's walking forward. They were wanting to force this as close as possible, which might be a mistake, because if he doesn't get the Uber, he does. It could have been really bad for them, and thankfully, Eric on the sniper going to get the frag. Fast bomb coming in from Yomps, getting into the face of the scout in bot mode. He's going to take a sticky from Habib on the sidelines, and now it's looking really bad as bot mode gets sniped by Eric, who's feeling very comfortable right now as a sniper. It's a desperate surf attempt from Yite. He's going to get taken down there. The only casualty on Froyotech's side is Blaze. And somehow Laz is all the way at mid.
Yeah, unfortunate there that didn't turn out. I know you didn't bring it up, bro, but Banning got destroyed in that last series. Probably worse than I have ever seen him be destroyed before. I tried to come up with a word to describe it, and I just couldn't do it. But we do have 2 more fries here, saving the day for now. It's just Habib and a sniper. They're going to have to weather the bot mode chase and a flank coming in as well. They're going to clean up those 2 frags. They don't get Cookie Jake. And now everybody respawns. They're still at 30% disad, but they're going to try to get out here anyways. Nice heads-up play from the scouts to just press that advantage. Now, maybe a little bit of a bomb forward. You need to block this Froyo team from getting in, but instead they just decide not to come in to start. So a bit of an unexpected behavior there, a little more passive, but maybe it's because there's only 6 minutes left and they're up by 3. Maybe they've just decided to play the European way and slow it down.
Yeah, but they will get themselves a very juicy frag there. Laz going down in the flank. That's going to open up the door for them to get through. Yomps tries to aggress onto the point here. Going to get knocked back. Desperate for some arrows at least. And Banny's going to try and walk forward to help him, but could not save Yomps. Now they're going into a fight with Eric in lobby. Blaze out of the fight. They're going to lose Eric here very shortly here. Somehow this fight's going on in lobby for too long. And Banny gets the frag into aim. And now they've secured themselves the point. I don't understand how Eric survived. Anyway. Froyotech now, both Ubers on both sides. We're seeing how they're going to push. Froyotech are going to aggress right away. They're getting onto the point. Banny's ticking it away. He could actually have just capped it there if he just stayed on it. But instead he jumps off, and now the Ubers are exchanging from both sides. It looks like Cookie Jake is the only one on last now. Eric is going to be meeting up with him now. Going to get ignored briefly. Blaze going to get mulched there. Follow-up from Habib's going to catch Mr. Caught on Guard, aka Laz. And now the frags are crumbling, and Froyotech are all but assuredly going to win this match. It is 4-0 with 6 minutes left.
Yeah, the big trade there at the end, too, where bot mode just got obliterated by a soldier. I mean, we usually talk about how dominant Scout is, but we have seen some great shots tonight, and hopefully Console's catching them. But we're headed into what could be the final mid. Svift need to get it together here. I don't think they have time to bring it back, but they can at least make a better showing for themselves.
Oh, high five. Dies right away at the mid. That's not what you want to see. Aim gonna get the retaliation frag on Eric at least. And Laz and the rest are actually gonna be able to corner Cookie Jake and take him down. It's not looking good, but Froyotech still have enough health and definitely enough DM power to secure themselves this mid. Aim gonna get taken down here by Banny, who's at full health, rushing in. He's gonna try and head them off through the sewer, while High Five is on the respawn here. He's doing some good work here, gonna get the frag onto bot mode, and Yops is gonna Goomba stomp. Poor Mr. Yite. That's gonna be the end of Zilly. High Five, who just got to the fray, gonna get cratered, if I'm not mistaken, by Banny there. So what was gonna be a really good turnaround for Svift turns into a disaster and is all but assuredly the end of the era of Svift in this match.
Yeah, I think they knew they had Uber at some point in the near future, and so they just clutched to that idea and didn't get out. When the proper response would have been to just pull out for now. And I know they didn't want to do that because that's conceding defeat, because there's no way they could get the requisite number of rounds in less minutes than there are rounds to get. But that saves you from the embarrassment of being 5-0'd. And unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do that here. Froyo ready to see if they can seal the deal. Banny leading the charge down the right side, but no! They're going to stop it for now. They said, we shall not be 5-0'd by you. The sniper headshot takes it all away. And bot mode on the heavy, just fragging people left and right. And it's only Habib. And he is not in back cap position. So they saved the day.
He looks really good right now. Zero chance of a back cap too. They saw Habib. The only medic was a respawn. Unfortunately, everyone's going to get the spawn. And the key one there is Eric is on sniper. Oh! There it is, the fully charged body shot. I was looking at that in third person. Over the shoulder of Eric, and it's just, you hate to see it. And there's the headshot. Connects onto somebody. I'm guessing it was Laz. He's finally going to get retaliated by bot. But bot mode's going to get taken down here by Blaze. It's just Yite who's rushing into the fray. Going to get two-shot. Blaze showing he's still a seasoned soldier when it comes to TF2. When you've got as many years in TF2 as Blaze, you hit those rockets like it's every day.
Yeah, unless you choke. But there are funny things that happen in this game, Ro, that just keep it fresh for me forever. And I think that's a really big reason why I've been able to play it for almost 10 years. So Habib got juggled there. He tried to surf it back and kind of screwed up and ended up going too high. Cookie Jake, though, threw an arrow at him and missed it by just enough that it had to have flown right in front of Habib's eyes. So he had to have known that it was a slight miss. And then he just cratered. Like, Jake didn't make any attempt to heal him. He just let him fall to his death from there. That made me chuckle quite a bit. But now that we are back on this situation where Froyo could push in here and win it. They've got a minute 45. They're going to go, but there's an Uber here that I don't think thought about. And so we'll see what happens now. Can they push them back one more time, can Swift? And not Zilly of Skis is going to get taken out one more time by the sniper. And Swift are starting to fall apart. But there isn't a whole lot of Froyo left to take advantage of that.
Yeah, that's a nice frag, but now we're just going to wait for them to get the Uber off. They might even just go for a dry push here. The respawn is back from Skis. They're kind of hovering around this lobby, and big damage coming out from AIM. Going to be able to secure the frag onto Banny, but now they're jumping in. Yomp's trying to open the door here. Blaze is meeting up with him. Not going to be able to connect any rockets here. Does actually grab one onto bot mode, and he gets slowing things down. Now they're going to be wrapping around into the lobby. Cookie Jake gets scoured from the pages of the scout from the pages of this lobby.
Yeah, so now it's just one player left in Banny. They overplayed their hand there, did Froyo. The push that they attempted to execute was not very good. And they are now being punished for that. And we should see a second recap come out now. There are only 20 seconds left, so they will, on the bright side, stop themselves from being 5-0'd. It will be a 4-0 victory for Froyo here in about 10 seconds. It looks like they're going anyways, just to buff those stats a bit. And Eric isn't going to get any more sniper frags either. And we got 3 seconds now. Who's going to get the last frag? Khabib kills himself rather than die to another player. And that is that.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. Khabib got the last kill, but it was himself. Ooh. So, what started off very promising, you know, Freya won the first round, you know, whatever. But then Swift had a really strong mid. They had the Uber bench, and they just beefed the last push. Man, Swift had so many opportunities here, and there were so many seized opportunities when they got the frag on a Cookie Jake in the wrong position, surfing the wrong rocket. They had the tools to win, but it wasn't in the stars.
Well, if you look at the stats too, they had the top fragger on the.
Yeah, they were dead
server.
even on frags too. Like
yeah,
one over the other.
Yeah, and
Damage
it's
pretty
straightforward too.
Yeah, the big headline here is good old Mr. Yomps, only player to break 300 DPM. That says a lot. I mean, scouts are just so. Oh no, I'm an idiot. He's not playing scout anymore. Never mind. That's normal. Soldier getting 300 damage. That's we're good.
Well, on process,
my mistake.
Though, that's pretty special.
Yeah.
I think the big story here for Svift tonight is that our demo that they've got, I believe it's high 5, right?
Correct.
Yeah, he did 156 DPM and went 4-16. So not a great night. Gonna make it hard to win when your demo is getting shut down like that. And that's rough for him. So hopefully they can fix whatever was going wrong there for them. Pretty impressive display though overall for bot mode, who, you know, when you say bot mode to me, I think mainly of a roamer. And
exactly.
So
there's so many weird things.
With strength.
The layout, the layout of this match is just so weird. When the bot mode is on scout, Yomps is on soldier. It boggles the mind. It's uncomfortable. What Twilight Zone did we walk through to get here?
So other interesting statistics are the men's died about the same, 8 to 13. I still think 13 is reasonable. It's not awful. Cookie Jake did get 2 kills though, so that's big. Getting out fragging the other medic, always a goal.
Yes.
Let's look at other DPM considerations. Yeah, just far and away Yomps. Nobody else really approaching. Who had the roughest night? It was Caught on Guard with 26. But Yomps and Blaze both dying quite a bit. So that you would expect that out of process. And then AIM. Alright, here's the stat that we don't normally talk about. The highest damage taken per minute awarded to AIM.
He
which
also had the most air shots.
yeah, which is as it should be, being Pocket. He was the wall that took the damage.
Yeah, I was able to take a look at the clip before we got to this moment, and I'm pretty sure it was the aim that hit it. Banny was coming in, and aim just hit some kind of nutty air shot on him, and Banny was surfing a lot of momentum, tried to get around to the side of Sewer, and aim's first flick, his first reaction, connected with a platinum wall shot that knocked Banny into the ground and killed him.
Yep, it was that was what I mentioned earlier. I don't think I've seen Banny get destroyed like that in a long time. And so as you were talking through what was going on there, I was just trying to think of cool words to describe what I saw. But I couldn't really come up with any because I was just pretty much in shock of how great that kill was.
It was primal talent is the term. It's when you react before you think. And that was how his aim was. He was reacting before thinking. It's au natural. That's how that goes.
Yep, straight from AIM. So, a fitting name for him, I guess, tonight. But that will end this round now. So we are headed on. There is still one more game left to cast. Normally, you would think on a night row like this that Froyo v Svift is probably the last match, but you would be wrong. We have one more to bring you here, and we will get that sorted out in just a bit. But since we've been talking for a while, do we want to kick it to DJ Console?
DJ Console, save us.
Yeah, we're talked out now. We had our 20-minute filler before this match, so maybe we get a little drink of water.